Here's a viral TikTok video that I've been tagged in this a million times, and this is the only reason I know about it, but it's got millions of views. And in this case, this is a guy who made a video that seems to be really resonating with a lot of people. And here he's calling out the white conservative men who are judgmental of his hobbies. As I said, it's been viewed millions of times. Apparently great insights here in this video. Let's watch it.
Why is it that old men, especially old white men, and particularly old white conservative men, are so concerned with what other men do in their own free time? I'm sitting in the sauna today, and since your phone will explode if you bring it in there, I bring books or comic books in to entertain me, because I'm in there for a while. And this older guy walks in and he kind of mutters something under his breath at me, and I said, "I'm sorry?" And he goes, "Well, don't you think it's kind of childish to be reading comic books?" And I said, "No. Brings me happiness. Does that bother you?" He goes, "Well, someday you're going to grow out of it and realize it's for kids." And I said, "Well, then I guess I'll be a kid who benches 290. Have you seen one of those before?" And he goes, "Well, no." And I said, "Yeah. So leave me alone. It's not hurting you." But I do not understand this incessant need to critique what other men do in their own free time. And if you ask me, it's because they never realized that they had a choice. You can do both. Yeah, I bench 290 and I read Batman Hush in the sauna. Does that bother you? I deadlift almost 500 pounds and I wear Hoochie Daddy shorts. My PB bass is almost 10 pounds. If you fish in the Midwest, you know that's crazy. And yet, I let my girlfriend put nail polish on my nails sometimes because it looked nice. If that bothers you, you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror. For the people who are so willing to call other people betas and sheep, you guys follow the word of people you think are more masculine than you and will only do the hobbies that they say is okay.
Okay, so I should chime in here because I'm often accused of being one of those old white conservative men who judges other men for their hobbies. And let me say, first of all, I'm skeptical that this conversation in the sauna actually happened. It probably didn't happen. Basically, anytime a content creator recounts some conversation with somebody out in public that becomes the basis of a viral video after the fact, you should always just assume that it's made up. You know, maybe it isn't, but it probably is. General rule. Second, what are you doing in the sauna? I don't understand saunas. I've been in a sauna one time for 30 seconds and I sat down and I said, "What? So is this it? It's just really hot? What's the point? I'm just going to sit and be extremely uncomfortable and sweating? I don't get it. Why would anyone do that? Choose to do it? It's like it's a torture chamber. It would be a great way to torture someone. So I don't understand that. As for me personally, I would not judge a guy for reading a comic book. I certainly wouldn't confront him about it. I don't care nearly enough, or at all, frankly. I really don't care. I do judge men who wear nail polish, on the other hand. Pun intended. Comic books are legitimate forms of art. It may surprise you that I have that opinion, but I do. So I have no issue with it. It's not for me, but if you enjoy them, cool. Who cares? Nail polish, though, is feminine. It's for women. And as men, it is good and healthy for us to act and dress as men. Why? Because that's what we are. You should act and dress as you are. Nail polish is for women. A man ought not behave like and dress like a woman. Why? Because he's not a woman. I mean, that's it. I don't know how else to explain it. Even if you did catch a 10-pound bass, which is impressive, especially for the Midwest. So congrats on that. My PB is 8 pounds, and I live in Tennessee. So, we're literally every angler but me has got a 10-pounder. So I bow to you on that point. But wearing, although you probably made that up too, wearing nail polish as a dude is girly and embarrassing, and you shouldn't. And you could say, well, it's none of your business. What do you care? I don't know. You volunteered that information about yourself. You didn't have to. You did. Okay, so don't do that either. Well, no one asked you. Not one single person asked for information about whether you wear nail polish. You just told everybody. And so when you tell us, this is what happens. When you tell people things and they have brains, they cannot help but form opinions about it. Because we're humans. We're human beings with our own perspective. And so any information you give us, we are going to have a perspective on it. And if you don't care about our perspective, don't tell us. You told us, you said, I wear nail polish. Okay, I'm hearing that with my own brain. And my perspective is, that's girly and embarrassing. What kind of man wears nail polish? Don't want our opinion? Don't tell us. You told us. That's my opinion. Okay? Well, the new year is here, and if you're like me, you're probably already over all those resolutions that'll fade away by February. But there's one resolution that's always worth making: growing closer to God. The easiest way to do that is with Hallow, the #1 prayer app in the world. It helps you build a daily habit of prayer with over 10,000 guided meditations. There are tons of great daily prayers to choose from, or you can check out the world-famous Bible in a Year podcast with Father Mike Schmitz, which makes understanding the Bible so much easier. One of my favorites is the Daily Reflection with Jonathan Rumi from The Chosen, where he reads daily gospel passages while biblical scholar Jeff Cavins offers insights into them. They've also got daily scripture readings, nightly sleep prayers, and even a daily minute if you don't have that much time. Plus, there are so many other wonderful options specific to your needs that will help you put wholesome, good things back into your daily life in 2025. The app makes building a routine super simple. You can set up a schedule, add reminders, and join a community for accountability. It's honestly amazing how much it helps you stay consistent with your prayer life. Let's start this year right by putting our relationship with God first. Visit hallow.com/Matt Walsh for 3 months free of Hallow today. Whatever your interests and hobbies are, the manliest thing is, if your interest is wearing nail polish, there's no manly way to go about it. But when we're talking about actual hobbies, whether it's fishing or comic books, the manliest thing is to be confident about them and not need anyone's approval. And yet this guy made a whole video angrily defending his hobbies and his nail polish habit. Didn't have to. Nobody asked for it. Nobody cared about it except for the guy in the sauna who probably doesn't exist. And if he does exist, you already had that conversation with him. You didn't need to launch into this story and this angry defense to the whole world. The rest of the world didn't know about it. We don't care. So the fact that you did tells me that you actually are not all that confident. You obviously do care what other people think of your hobbies. If you didn't, then the video wouldn't exist. And I notice this a lot because anytime I make, I talk about, give my opinion about some piece of media or movie or video game, whatever it is, I get flooded with these extremely angry comments from people desperately, furiously defending the piece of entertainment that they like. I was getting angry comments for days, because I said I didn't like Sonic. Okay, and that's my opinion. I watched the movie, and this is my opinion. Okay, my opinion is that it's horrible. But days of angry comments. Not a joke, as Biden would say. Not a joke. Not a joke. I'm serious. And the funniest thing is that those people all would say, I don't care what you think about the movies and shows I watch. No one cares about your opinion. Well, but you do. You clearly do. You obviously care a lot. That's what gets me. You need other people to approve of the thing you like. If you didn't need their approval, you would not be talking about it. You wouldn't be getting angry that people don't like it. Getting angry that someone doesn't like something you like is weird. It's weird, actually. And it shows an extreme lack of confidence on your part. I have hobbies that I like. Fishing is one of them. I've never made a single video ever angrily defending fishing because why would I? I know there are people who think it's a dumb hobby. I truly don't care. I have no hangups about it. So you're not going to see me, going into a whole long rant about it. And if someone else made a video where they're saying that fishing is dumb and it's pointless, I'm not going to leave angry comments. How could you say this? What kind of person are you? I was a fan of yours for a long time, but no more, if this is your opinion of fishing. I would never do that because I actually don't care what other people think of the hobbies that I have. I think there are a lot of people running around who do care a lot and claim they don't. And I don't know, just something you got to think about. If you really are that upset by other people not approving of or thinking your hobby's a little silly, then that's something you need to think about. And maybe it means your hobby is pretty silly, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But that's a you thing. That's a you issue. You need to work out. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.